You want to refer to the business plan. The idea is that you're just going to keep sticking to the business plan. You got to sometimes, block out that noise in your head. Some people, they really, really don't help themselves when they listen to the negative chatter. Meaning, sometimes you just got to shut your brain off and just do as the plan says. Because oftentimes we can talk ourselves out of things. So we have to convince ourselves this product and these ideas are actually going to work. You're listening to Project 3 Personal and Business Plan. You will see more of these trainings because we like to think that we can get on to the same plan. And it all begins with ideas. So we're going to use some of these ideas here as Espresso Radio. I want you to know that this is something very different from anything I've ever done. But I know there's a lot of single women and men who want to put their ideas to work. So we start with a business plan. Now, for anybody that's never gone to college and you're starting a business, it's good to have a strategic plan. And you could see that you have goals, the success strategy. And by doing your homework, you're going to see what your mission and your plan is. That's what we're going to call Team A, Team B, things like this. But this is just laying the groundwork for that. A business plan helps you bullet what you want to accomplish. You want to make money, obviously. That's the whole point to having a business plan. And you don't have to explain why you might have philanthropic, I'd say a mission, more or less. But a lot of people have reasons why they want to start a business. Okay, they feel that they can be more charitable. They're more accessible to their clients. In today's environment, it's changing so quickly because of technology. People demand less wait time, especially if you all are familiar with the wait time between being on hold and talking to a customer service rep. So obviously, as they trend towards more technology, people are not getting the actual intimate one-on-one time with people, and it's changing quickly. So you're going to see that over a period of time, as we discuss this topic, I would just ask all of you, just have no paper and pen. Don't worry about dressing up right now, you know what I mean? Be comfortable, because we want you to be in an environment where you're creating new ideas. Many of you already have 1,000 different great ideas, but it's putting that to work and making money. That's the only reason why we would do this training. I actually got so tired of doing these business planning trainings that honestly, I didn't know how to invent new ideas. I was losing my creative inspiration behind why we do this. So I had to do a little bit more homework about marketing, because unfortunately everyone has to advertise to some degree. Either it's word of mouth, or it's actual social media advertising, or print advertising. And you can go on to radio advertising, the whole point to why we do this segment called Espresso Radio. Because many people now can podcast through SoundCloud, through all forms of ways to communicate with your clients. This is just a whole different way to do radio. So while we're doing this, I hope you take some notes. Maybe you'll have ideas. I encourage, if you want to doodle, this is called brainstorming. For those of you who don't know what brainstorming is, it's another marketing term. You've heard it commonly used, but it's a way to generate ideas. If by being in a teleconference or a PowerPoint, we hope to accomplish that you can do this at home, at your free time, but we have to make sure that you get it done first, because this is part one. The idea is to get to work quickly and offer suggestions. That's why we have group. Okay, so let's talk about market segmentation, because obviously you're looking for the market that you know their buying behaviors, you know what they like and don't like. You know what you can offer them. So you're going to look at other things like special occasions, the geography. These are things that matter. Like, you're not going to drive your car unless you have gas. So obviously you want to be able to look at what you're going to be able to accomplish and what your market is. And they might have different demands than a different demographic. So we're going to reinvent old ideas, and we're going to use a mock business plan. And this is day one, your presentation. You want to make sure you sell your ideas and your products, okay? That's the whole point. Or you're just going to be ineffective. You're going to sound like a used car salesman. And most people know that by the time you get to selling your product or ideas, you are going to be forced to do some form of advertising. And the culture of social media is changing the way we do business, e-commerce. For those of you who are getting comfortable with this idea, it took me a while too, because this is what you get to look forward to. You're sharing all these fantastic ideas, and you don't know if you're going to get any feedback. The whole point is, the message you want to send is that you want to be able to be open to feedback. So there might be some critics out there. There's a few words for it, and I found the Urban Dictionary for trolls. Okay, once you can weed that stuff out, the whole point to it is that the idea is to become entrepreneurial, be able to sell your ideas quickly and efficiently. You don't want to have to over-explain your products. By the time they get to see what you offer, the only questions they're going to be asking is about the product. Of course, you're going to be you want to be presentable. So, of course, there are other things you have to do personally that I believe you should incorporate in your business plan, because you are as much as important to that product as the product itself. Meaning, you got to dress the part, you got to look the part. Many people say, I don't want to go through all this work, but you do. And there are two ways to look at business today. You're either going to be an employee, or you're going to be a CEO of your company. And I learned this through various amounts of training. I used to work at WorldCom back in 1999. I went to a lot of elaborate trainings, and I wore the title, but my paycheck did not reflect my title. So the job title, while nice, I wanted an income that really supported the job title, because if I was going to be an executive, I wanted to have the kind of financial backing without having to go broke. I was working 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs, and still am, because I'm going back to school. And the whole point to why I'm doing this is I've failed miserably, fell right on my face, and I got tired of being broke. Okay, it's a mentality too. After a while, you sense that, for at least I know. Let me speak for myself. It's a lot easier to speak for myself. But I used to get to the point, all my great ideas were thrown away. I had to throw away good ideas. It was either through advertising, which we'll discuss, storyboards. That's why I emphasize you must do these trainings, because I think for those of you who've gone to college, you've taken these notes, this is a Business 101 class, literally. For those people who don't go to college, this is just all things that we've learned in class, okay? So Team A and Team B, you're going to have a whole different strategy for each of your mock business plans. So let's go there, because when I get to the red point, you can stop the tape and start your business plan. Okay, so you're back here, and you've arrived to the point that now you got to get your business plan. You have a mock business idea. So what I want you to do is get that piece of paper out and draw either a tree or a light bulb. And all that, you're putting the first page to your presentation. We're going to use Espresso Radio as an example. Now, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I waited for a while on this. But okay, Espresso Radio. Facebook, social media. Of course, the culture in social media is the type of people you're going to attract to your idea. By doing radio, all you're doing is really selling the radio, the ratings, the numbers, and they do graphs and charts and things like that. But there's more to Espresso Radio. So we want to use more of a educational tool. Okay, so that's part of what espresso radio is, that you can do this at home, drink a cup of coffee or espresso, and do your training right there. And this is a whole different type of training because we're not doing live radio shows. We're not talking about news segments and stuff. There's plenty of that today. In fact, it's getting bad press nowadays, literally. But when we talk about educational tools, this is a way to support innovative people that are just losing hope. They feel like they're in the same place they were when they started, and they may have thrown away a lot of money, great ideas. They've gone to Pinterest, they've gone to Facebook, they've gone to Twitter, they've gone all over the social networks, and they're just like, okay, listen, I got my fill of this. I love essential oils, but how do I sell it? Or I love this product, this new shampoo. I want to sell it, but I have to do more than just sell shampoo. What I'm saying is that when we get into talking about the Maslow hierarchy needs, which to me is like the tree, it's like, it looks like a pine tree if you look at it, but it breaks down the basic needs to all the way up to the self-actualization. Meaning, if you can meet all 5 of these needs, your product most likely will sell. And if you haven't taken a business management class or you haven't gone to college, you really just need to know the basics. I would encourage you to take the class in college. Take the summer course. Take the 101 course. Any of you have business marketing, advertising, you know that storyboards are important. So we're going to show you an example of our storyboard. I call it the Ad Mimi. A lot of you might have seen some of my ideas. I've done my own graphics. I had to learn how to do this all over by myself, and I have to tell you, it hurt. So why I emphasize training is that you can have group discussion, you can have conference time. This is all about getting yourselves acquainted with one another and sharing ideas. I mean, that's the whole point to social media, sharing ideas. You're generating ideas to help each other out there. Create that business plan, or in this case, incorporating your personal business plan, because everyone I know that has a business plan has goals. They analyze things. They want to look at, am I overemphasizing mission? Are there things that I want to meet a deadline on that timeline? You know, you're looking at marketing. Does word of mouth work better? It just depends, I think, on the person and the products. And reputation always matters. And social media, one of the worst things, and it's a disaster for everybody that's ever opened their mouth, is saying the wrong thing, because, you know, a lot hinges on your reputation. But we're not going to make reputation as important right now. By now, your product is what you want to sell. Okay, you are trying to sell a product that's meet all the standards, all the legal requirements, I would say. You know, you want to, basically you're trying to go into a legitimate business, and you want to talk to the business associates within your, let's say, community. Okay, so you want to go to business meetings, you want to go to possibly the Chamber of Commerce. There are options for you. You might have to get together and plan this out, but you want to research your area. Why are you going to sell coffee in this area using espresso radio? Is that, or you want to go into an area where you know you are really going to be able to capture a lot of attention in this area because you're unique. What I'm saying is a lot of companies, they are in business areas, or they're in districts that they know that they're going to create volume. Now, the ones that have name recognition, like let's just use Whole Foods for example. Say you want to start your own organic product line. Okay, you most likely might want to pitch this idea to Whole Foods, because I know a lot of people have, but it's not that it's not successful, it's very hard to do. We got into Sam's Club in 2009. Okay, I actually pitched a lot of these great ideas with another person, and I recognize how hard it is to sell to Sam's Club just to get a corner aisle. It's like supposed to be location, 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 right? Well, in Sam's Club, the location is to be able to put your, I would say, demonstration in front of the hot sellers. Like, it's all about where you position your product. And they do this on TV, they do this in radio advertising, etc. But I wanted to see our product right there in front of the aisle where all the customers can see it, meaning people traffic. Now, it's a lot different when we're talking about e-commerce, because now you got eBay, you can put your product up there and you're hoping to generate as much volume to your site, like they call it traffic. So to me, in a practical sense, I want to work less. I want to be able to have time with the people around me. I want to involve them. If I want to do a family business, I want to involve my family in the business. And I want them to see where we could do things differently. Okay, so we have some goals and we have some ideas. Now, how do we put those goals and ideas to work? Well, it starts with little things. To me, if you're really not liking where you're at,